Magic and spells are great. Great for situations and wonderful tool to have in your toolkit. But there are some things that magic isn't that great at, where you need to look at other ways of dealing with a situation. So I want to talk about that today in this video. But before I do, if you're new to the channel, hi, I'm Sandra from MysteryWitchSchool.com. If you're interested in Wicca or you want to become Wiccan, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you don't miss any videos. So spells and magic. When you think of witchcraft, for example, that's what you think, spells and magic. And it's often the reason people are attracted to the craft in the first place, because doing spells, doing magic gives one a sense of control when in a world that seems out of control, or to have more control over your life in a life that seems like, you know, you're kind of at the whim of some kind of outside force and you're just reacting to what goes on around you. What magic teaches us is that we're also players in this game. So to coin a modern term, we're co-creators with the universe, so to speak. So magic is a way of helping us become better co-creators. Magic's great at situations. It's wonderful at being able to influence situations and people in situations. You know, job interviews, money spells, love spells, all those kinds of things. So sort of situations, bringing people into a situation where you meet a person that's just right for you at that time is what a love spell would do. A job spell would help bring you and the job together. Okay, so that's what magic's great at doing. What it's not so good at doing is helping us feel better emotionally. And I see so much of this going on in Facebook groups where people are going, I'm feeling stressed, or I'm feeling anxious, or something's happened and, you know, I'm in this emotional tizzy, so to speak, or something's been going on for a while, or they're struggling with some sort of emotional experience that is uncomfortable. And they're looking for a spell to fix it, or a spell to help. And seriously, this is really bad use of spells and magic, because spells and magic aren't really good at doing the fixing of how we feel emotionally, because how we feel emotionally is up to us. And there are other things that we can do to help us feel better emotionally and change whatever's causing the emotion. And the reason why is because our emotional reaction to something, so if it's stress, for example, is a reaction to an event or a situation that's going on, and we're reacting to that according to lots of psychological factors. It's better to aim your magic at the event or at the situation and then take care of the emotions in another way, rather than try to deal with your reaction and to use magic to change your reaction, because changing a reaction is something you really shouldn't need magic for anyway, to be honest. It's something that you should be able to, if you've been practicing every day and you're working on getting to know yourself more, you can actually look at yourself more in a more discerning way and be able to look at how you're reacting and why you're reacting and what you can do to help you perhaps react a different way in the future, or not feel so bad about something when something's happened to you. Now, of course, all of these situations, you can get really extreme stuff that happens and not so extreme stuff that happens. And a lot of the time, if you find that you're suffering a lot from an emotional situation, it may even be in your best interest to actually go and seek help from a counselor or a therapist, or somebody who can actually really help you in that way, rather than trying to get magic to fix the way that you feel. Now, having said that, you can do spells and magic to help you with an emotional situation, with understanding that what that spell may do is help bring you and another person together who can help you. It might bring you to an awareness of a modality that may be able to help you. Often with healing magic, if you're doing a healing spell for somebody, it's not so much that your healing spell actually does the healing itself, it's that the person may get introduced to somebody who is a healer, or somebody who is experienced in healing in that particular way, or they're really good in their field of healing, and so the healing comes in through another person, but the magic actually helped bring those two people together to meet. or it helped that person become familiar with a modality or something that could help them heal, or a professional who could help them heal, or a procedure that can help them heal. So magic is kind of like a catalyst at times, and it's an influence, but it's not like this magic thing that we see on television where you can just basically say some words in a weird language and stuff happens. Sometimes that does happen, but most of the time magic works in very, very boring, mundane means, and you don't even know half the time that it's worked, because it's just going through the daily, everyday kind of way of us doing things. And it works best when we're actually taking action to do things ourselves in the real world. So when it comes to emotions, if you find that you lack confidence and you're wanting to do a spell to make yourself feel more confident, you may be able to raise your level of confidence a little bit by doing a spell in the short term, but in the long term, if you're really wanting to raise your confidence, then you need to do work on the self-doubt and all of those feelings and negative beliefs you have about yourself, like I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough, I don't know enough, and work in that way rather than doing a spell to try and just anesthetize the feeling. Because essentially our emotions are our guidance system. Our emotions tell us something isn't right within ourselves. So we're either reacting to something in a way that we don't need to react to it, we're reacting to something because we feel threatened in some way. And so listening to our emotions helps us understand perhaps what action we need to take, whether that's something that we can actually fix ourselves, or whether we actually do need to take an action. You know, so maybe somebody has betrayed you. So the action may be to remove yourself from that person, for example, or to cut ties with that person. The emotion will let you know what it is that's going on that's not right. So understand that when you're having emotions, that they are actually telling you something. And don't necessarily jump to try and find a spell to fix the emotion until you really understand what's going on with them, and maybe talking to a professional that can help you with that. Because throwing magic at an emotion is like throwing a pill at an emotion. It's not actually dealing with the cause of the emotion, it's just dealing with the reaction. And you're going to have much better results if you actually work with the cause. And magic is great at influencing events and helping you with the cause. So if the cause is your negative thinking about yourself, and the solution is to change your mindset around yourself and your beliefs around yourself, then the magic might put you in touch with someone who can help you do that, for example. So look at magic in a way that is outside of magical thinking. See it as a tool that's helpful to you to influence situations and around you, events around you. And if you are looking for help with anything like that, to use magic to help you get that help, so to speak, so that you're using magic in a more practical way. Okay, so spellcrafting is something you've got to think about. Okay, if you're wanting to do a spell for something, have a think about what it is you're wanting to do, what's the outcome you're wanting. If it's an emotional outcome, then it's not the emotion that you're wanting to do the spell for necessarily. It's actually the situation that you think you're going to get the emotion from. Magic can help calm you down a little bit if you're feeling stressed about something, but it's not going to do it in the long term if there's other stuff causing the stress that you may not know about in regards to your own thinking and your own programming. Okay, so if you do want to be a better spellcaster and you want to be a little bit more strategic in the way that you construct your spells, then do check out the spellcaster checklist. It's a free PDF. It's in the description field below this video. If you like the video, hit the like button, share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm Sandra from mysterywitchschool.com. Blessed be.